The first rule of the galaxy: don't harm the human children. Chapter 1. The Incident. The Volari patrol ship Sunspire entered Earth's orbit on a routine inspection. The humans had been granted provisional membership in the Galactic Council, and it was customary to observe their compliance with trade laws. For 3 days, the mission was uneventful. Then Ensign Rahkil made a mistake that would echo across the stars. Bored and arrogant, he landed in a small human settlement, a park filled with children at play. His orders were to scan local resources. Instead, he sought amusement. The children gathered, curious but unafraid. When one of them tugged on his cloak and laughed, Rahkil shoved the child down. The laughter stopped. The child's cry pierced the park, and the universe itself seemed to shiver. Chapter 2. The Silence Before the Storm. Within hours, human military forces had surrounded the Sunspire. Not tanks. Not drones. Just people. Silent. Watching. The Volari captain tried to apologize, to explain. But comms were jammed. Every channel filled with one repeating phrase in every human language. You hurt a child. Ensign Rahkil was detained for his own safety, trembling in confusion. It was nothing, he stammered. A shove, a bruise. Why are they so angry? His captain, older and wiser, whispered, because you touched what they hold sacred. Chapter 3. The Council Summons. The Galactic Council convened in emergency session. Representatives of 100 worlds filled the great chamber, their voices buzzing with fear and speculation. At the center stood Earth's delegation, ordinary men and women in plain suits, no weapons, no guards. The council speaker, a six-eyed Roxian, opened the proceedings. We are gathered to discuss the escalation. Humanity has seized an imperial vessel. They claim an attack was made upon one of their spawnlings. The human ambassador rose. His face was pale, his voice steady. Not spawnlings. Children. And yes, one of yours harmed one of ours. Murmurs rippled through the chamber. The speaker tried to wave it aside. Surely this can be settled by reparations. The human interrupted, his voice now sharp enough to cut stone. There will be no reparations. There will be one law. The first rule of this galaxy: do not harm human children. Chapter 4. The Weight of Silence. The chamber erupted in disbelief. The Clari delegation hissed. Arrogance. You would dictate law to the galaxy? The Varen emissary sneered. Many worlds protect their young. What makes yours so special? The human ambassador did not shout. He simply leaned forward and said, quietly, because if you don't, we will burn everything you love to ash. The silence that followed was heavier than gravity. Chapter 5. The Evidence. To justify his threat, the ambassador played a recording. Not of weapons. Not of soldiers. It was footage of human parents, mothers throwing themselves in front of bullets, fathers carrying children through fire, strangers forming human walls against danger. He showed rescues in earthquakes, sacrifices in floods, stories of humans who would give their last breath for a child not even their own. This is who we are, the ambassador said. We value many things. But our children are above all. Harm one of them, and you declare war on every parent, every sibling, every human alive. The delegates shifted uncomfortably. Many had fought humans before. They remembered the endless wars, the stubborn resistance, the way humans refused to surrender. Now they realized, those wars had been fought for territory, for survival. What would humanity do if the fight was for their children? Chapter 6. The Test. Some in the council doubted. Words were one thing, reality another. The Draxan delegate scoffed, a threat meant to scare. You wouldn't risk galactic war over one smalling. The human ambassador's eyes went cold. Try us. And so the Draxans tried. On a mining colony at the edge of their space, a human child was accidentally taken during a labor dispute. Just one child. A test case. The retaliation came within a day. Not a fleet. Not an army. Civilians. Veterans. Traders. Farmers. Every human ship in range converged on the colony. They tore down Draxan outposts, blockaded trade lanes, sabotaged supply lines. And when the council demanded they stop, the humans said nothing. They only returned the child, unharmed. Then they left ruins smoldering behind them. Chapter 7. The Council Decides. The Draxans limped into the council chamber, humiliated. The speaker turned to the human ambassador. "You mean to enforce this law by fear alone?" "Not fear," the ambassador said. "Certainty. Test us again if you doubt." The chamber quivered. For all their arrogance, the other empires remembered history. Worlds scorched in human wars, empires toppled not by superior fleets but by humanity's refusal to break. And they imagined that unbreakable will, sharpened to a single cause, protecting children. The vote was held. By overwhelming majority, the law was passed. Chapter 8. The First Rule. The decree spread across the stars: no species shall harm a human child. Smugglers whispered it like prayer. Soldiers etched it into armor. Generals rewrote their codes of conduct. For the first time in galactic history, the Council had one unanimous rule, simple and absolute. And beneath it, unspoken but understood, lay the warning. Because if you do, humanity will come for you. Epilogue. The Ensign. Ensign Rahkil was quietly exiled. His name was stricken from Valari records, his existence denied. But among humans, the story spread, the shove that created a law, the bruise that reshaped the galaxy. And so the lesson endured on every ship, in every chamber, in every corner of known space. The first rule of the galaxy: don't harm the human children.